Welcome back. Now, in the world of marketing and business, progress is the name of the game. And progress isn't something to take for granted or assume. We need hard facts, numbers where we can see that, yes, we are improving year by year. We're getting more traffic, higher engagement rates, and most of all, we are making more money each year. Let me show you exactly how you can find all of that important data. So we're going to start off by going into reports and then down to acquisition and then traffic acquisition. Now, the question we're going to be asking is, are we doing better this year than we did last year? And the reason that I suggest that you look year by year is because every month of the year is going to have different peaks and different lows. So while you can compare yourself to previous month, realize that there might be some high and low specific to that month, which will influence your entire data. So it can be rough to compare. For your long-term strategy, I really recommend that when you're looking for your overall progress, you look at a year-to-year basis. And the way to do that is by moving up to the dates, making sure that you are at the last 12 months, and then you move down to the button that says compare. We're going to check it, and then we're going to do preceding period match day of the week. So if you were on the last 30 days, then you would have had the previous period of the last 30 days, 7 days, etc. So then I'm just going to hit apply. So the first thing we want to scroll down and have a look at is how are we doing overall, and then we can get into the details. First of all, are we getting more users this year compared to previous year? And the answer is absolutely yes. Not only is the Google Merchandise Store doing well, it's doing super well. It has an over 300% increase, 310% increase in overall users. That is amazing. Looking over, we can see there is an even bigger improvement in sessions. And remember, users is how many users are on your website, and session is how many pages they are visiting on your website. So one user can have several sessions. We can see that there is a huge increase in the engaged sessions, meaning the sessions where they are interacting with your website. We can see that the average engagement time per session is increasing slightly, and we're going to want to dive deeper into this number. Engaged session per user has increased, the events per session has decreased, engagement rate has gone up, the event count has gone up. Now, not all of these are the most important statistics. Mainly what we're looking at is, are we getting more users? Is our average engagement time improving? And of course, most of all, is our total revenue increasing? And look at this. In 1 year, they have increased their revenue on their Google Merchandise Store with 305%. They have 3 times their money. That is some serious progress going on here. So they should be really happy where they're headed with their shop. So again, in marketing and business, progress is the name of the game. And here we can see that everything is going in the exactly right direction. So well done, Google. Now, what we want to do is dive a little bit deeper into the nitty-gritty data. We want to see, for example, how are the different marketing channels doing? How is organic Google doing versus paid Google? Remember, we were looking at that at the sources and Medium, and we saw that the organic traffic coming from Google was doing better than the paid traffic coming from Google. So let's see how that has developed over a year. Scrolling down, we can see that the organic search has increased by 231%. So a pretty big increase in people coming from organic search. But of course, what we're looking at, are they giving you more revenue? So moving all the way to the right, we can see that indeed 245% more revenue. So that is a pretty nice improvement. And what about the engagement? Well, the average engagement time per session has a tiny increase by 15%. But remember, when it comes to the engagement time, those are probably going to be measured by seconds because it is hard to hold someone's attention today. In the end, revenue is worth much, much more than the average engagement time. But if you're running a blog or a news site or an affiliate site, then you are going to want to look at engagement time because you're not having the revenue to look for. So let's go down and look at paid search. How is paid search doing? Well, they're getting a ton more people from their paid search. And moving over to the right, we can see that they have also increased their revenue from paid search big time. And then what about the engagement? Let's look up. We have the average engagement time per session going down to paid search, and we can see that it has fallen below quite a bit. So for some reason, their paid ads are not performing as well when it comes to the engagement. But then again, we can see that they are still increasing decreasing quite severely with their revenue. But judging from the previous data we have gathered, we know that the organic channels are doing better. They're making more money, they're bringing in more people, they're bringing in more engagement, probably bringing in much more user satisfaction, and that should be the marketing channel that Google should be focusing on for their merchandise store. So the comparison data is available in every single report section across the entire life cycle and the user, of course. But I really recommend that you go into acquisition, traffic acquisition, and when it's available, look year to year and make sure that you are really doing progress. Progress is the name of the game. Don't assume it. We need to guarantee it, whether it is for yourself, your strategy, your business, or someone else's strategy or business. There needs to be progress, and these numbers don't lie. And once you're done comparing, just go up to your dates again, uncheck this, hit apply, and then we're back to where we started. Amazing. See you in the next lecture.